God, cat. Careful, cat. What are you doing? Jeez. What are you doing? Jeez. See, so that's one thing worth noting on the stream. I have a bit of a cold, so I'll probably be coughing and sneezing during this playthrough. So, yay, fun times. Okay. So as I'm playing, let me know how the sound levels sound for things. This is a headset. So hopefully my voice will be a bit clearer. Before getting started, I'm gonna prep my drink. I have a snazzy system now. There's a mini USB fridge thing, and so I'm using that to keep two drinks chilled at the same time. So I'm gonna pour my backup drink now. And since I have a cold, the thing I'm gonna be doing is drinking screwdrivers. So vodka and orange juice. 'Cause that's healthy, right? That's how it works. The vodka I'm drinking tonight is that Russian shot vodka. Yeah, I don't know. With lemon, the product of the Ukraine. Okay. And I'm gonna verify it by adding some orange juice to it. There we go. And now we have a healthy beverage that should help me get over this cold by killing it with liquor and vitamin C. Oh wow, that's just the right amount of vodka. Okay. Um. So let's get on to playing some Deus Ex. Looks like set up correctly. Seeing if other night dive people want to come in here, but we're only supposed to be doing these Friday night streams every other week. But since this is the week that Deus Ex: Mankind Divided came out, it kind of seemed fitting for to hop in here and play that a little. So that looks okay. So I'm not that far into the game. This is maybe an hour into it. By the way, there's probably gonna be spoilers. But don't post spoilers in chat. That's not nice. Um, and so I'm probably gonna be playing and talking a little, stopping every so often. Just chime in on things that stand out to me from a game design standpoint. My sound is cutting up a bit. Like, as in my microphone sound? Yeah, let me fix these audio issues first. So how's like my microphone sound? I can like be louder by moving this closer to my mouth. I don't know. What do you guys think? Then there's a bit of a delay, so I need to wait to see a response. Fading out. Okay, well, just in case, I'll bend the earpiece or the mic a little bit more in. I'm totally sick, guys. I'm totally sick. Okay. Now it's like sort of in my face. Well, I have sniffles and I've been coughing, but I just popped some ibuprofen and took a sore throat lozenge. Not sure if you're supposed to be drinking on ibuprofen, so if I pass out, call 911. Actually, you won't need to. My girlfriend's in the other room, so she'll probably first rummage through my pockets for money and then call 911. No, I totally moved the microphone. It's bendy. Anyways, on to Deus Ex. So yeah, I'm not that far into it. What I was going to do, I have my inventory filled with crap I'm going to be selling because I just found a vendor downstairs. But before I get into that, I want to just talk about this opening area. I really like what they did with Adam's apartment this time around. And I'm gonna be like pausing while I talk to catch up on reading chat too. What? No, I'm not going to. But I mean, like, it's so we're in the same room and she's doing her crafting stuff for LARP, and like this is kind of an awkward setup because I've taken over half of the room for like a streaming apparatus. I don't want to move the camera around, but I have like a green screen behind me and a lighting thingy that I had from other stuff. But anyways, the thing I like about this opening area is, I mean, the exploration of Adam's apartment is pretty interesting. One of the things that I found kind of cute, they can like climb up here on top of stuff and like just kind of get like a, it offers like a lot of freedom of exploration. And they left like planks up here, which almost imply that they intended for players to walk across and do things. But as I walked across up here for stuff, I didn't see anything that was up here worth doing. Would have been cool if, I don't know, there was like some credit chip or something back here hidden that the player could pick up. Maybe they had one, but it was bugged or like they removed it, and I fell. Anyways, so I'm not. Wait. Whoa. Oh, you guys are speaking in Russian now? Come on, man. I can't understand that. Let's try to keep it in English for those of us that, especially if you want a response from me. I mean, if not, you're welcome to, I guess, talk in whatever language you like, but don't expect me to understand it. Oh, they have like a little tarp hanging from here. It's like a good touch. Okay, GGG will be my translator. So, whenever I play these games, I like to hack into everything and break into everybody's homes. And this one, which is like right next to the starting apartment, was particularly interesting because it is a cat house. This person has a calendar that has a bunch of cats on it. There's a little like dangling mouse cat toy, as well as a cat tree, as well as a litter box fresh with some cat poops. And then if we look around, there's a food dish for the cats, a lot of cat food. I mean, the sheer attention to detail of making all this stuff, and odds are I'm probably not going to see any of this in the game again, unless there's like a good reason for it. But I mean, like a nice little stylized cat poster, another cat picture. I think this room is probably an excuse for all the developers to put their cats in the game. Oh wait, I'm quiet compared to the game? Let me kick my mic up. Okay, how about now? See what other cool cat things here. Yeah, there's like a litter box in every single room in this apartment, which I found fascinating. This one actually has two litter boxes. There's a little litter pan there, and also a litter box with a lid. So that's pretty cool. Whatever cat lives here definitely has a lot of attention going on for them. They're in the another cat calendar. Oh, look at that. There's a nice little cat statue, as well as another large cat poster. Anytime I'm about to cough, I just drink more, and that kind of suppresses it. So Yeah, we'll see how things go. And this is kind of dangerous. This person clearly isn't home anymore, but they left candles on for some reason, and there's like a cat dangly thing. The cat's nowhere to be seen. I have no idea where the cat is. The window is open, so I assume the cat just went out and is doing its normal cat adventures, as cats tend to do. And since that's a framed portrait, I think that's actually a picture of this apartment's cat. What is the proper word for people adding little things to maps? I'm not sure if there's a proper word for it, but I mean something like this, how I would classify it is visual storytelling. Especially on New Vegas, we really tried to add those little touches to every environment and area where basically level designers would try to craft a story visually with just various props and elements that they place in a location. There are a lot of cat pictures. Oh, and then and they also have a to-do list. Don't forget, new gloves pair, floor detergent, kitchen detergent, and more detergent. Okay, cool. And then to buy, cat food, cat litter, cat toy, catnip, cat poster, new cat. Maybe they don't have a cat yet and they're just prepared. Very well, but then where do the cat poops come from in the litter box? Oh, unless that's from the occupant. Oh, weird. Oh, the Fallout modding community has a word for them. I'm not too sure what the word is. Oh yeah, so I was gonna go sell a bunch of stuff, make some early money. Guy's a bodyguard for the guy that's a fence.
Whatever. How much do you want to spend this time, huh?
One of the things that I kind of find annoying in these games is you need to kind of sit through this cutscene every single time. Like, you just have to talk to an NPC in order just to get to what you want to do. Stuff. Getting all the developers of the original Deus Ex might be difficult. They're all doing their own things now. That thing. That thing. Should I sell my alcohol? Well, here is the question stream. Alcohol apparently heals you in the game, so I think I'm going to have a handy supply of alcohol on me at all times, just in case I need it. Not ghosting it. Not ghosting what? I think that's good enough stuff to sell. How much money do I have now? I want to get a scope. Yes, I can get both of these things. Ghosting the game? What do you mean by ghosting? You know what I can do actually? Though that might be a little bit weirder for people, but oh, non-lethal stealthy playthrough? I mean, I do that sometimes in some of the games that I play, but I figure if I'm gonna be drinking more, I don't think I'm gonna be able to be as stealthy or non-lethal. So this might just be a murder hobo playthrough. We'll see. For those that are, I'm responding to questions in chat. If you want, in Discord, I can hop into the streaming room, and then get it so you can hear my sound output from that. That way, you're hearing faster responses to questions. Then I'm having a more real-time dialogue with the chat. So I'm in that room now in Discord. If you guys want to hop in there, for the backers that are in Discord already. That's more vodka than I should put in there. I mean, I'm gonna be sneaky. I like
You want anything
whenever I
else?
play these games, I like getting a scope and shooting at people from afar, because it's
I'm good for
safer.
now.
And then if I need to like get around
That's
corners or
it.
it's like not a place where I could
Big
really use my
spender.
scope, I'll sneak up on them and like do a stealth kill or something. Heck.
You want to do business? The man is over there.
Okay, now that I've sold off most of that crap, I'm gonna go back to my apartment and pick up the weapons that I dropped off. Oh, here's a funny bug that I noticed. So going upstairs normally is that fast, but going upstairs while sprinting, it's slow. Look at this. Look at how comical it is. Wait. Maybe they patched it? It was a lot slower before.
Biostills.
Yeah, because like, okay, never mind. That's weird. It was a lot slower the other day. Also, he runs kind of funny with like how he throws his hands up in the air a little.
Keeping you alive and clearing a way to your future. Proven.
That's a good point, GTG. Yeah, I mean, if you guys are okay with a delay in my responses, I'm fine with just sticking in here.
Because you are always watching.
Goldie had me coughing. Guns. Now let's mod some guns. How do I mod my gun? Well, so I play these games very, very slowly, so there probably won't be a whole lot of spoilers. I'm still in the starting apartment futzing around with my inventory. I need to add more orange juice to this. This is just... Oh, crap, and now orange juice spilled. I always spill crap on my desk during these streams. No, the paper absorbed most of it. I just hope that wasn't an important piece of paper. I'm gonna... Yeah, I need to like stop acting like I'm pouring this. There we go. Okay, that's safer. Okay, there we go. Yeah, I'm not a fan of spoilers either, so I was kind of torn about actually playing through this. So this playthrough isn't going to be for completion or anything. I'm going to be stopping frequently throughout the game just to talk about things. That's true. I'm not too drunk yet. I've just started. So let me look at this modding system. Patching this. Okay. Permanent. Laser, my laser attachment. That. Okay. Now we have a cool laser rifle. Then with some crafting parts, I can make it semi-automatic. Fine with burst fire. Oh wow, and you can upgrade this stuff as you go. Not bad. Muzzle, looks like it can't support a muzzle attachment. Or maybe that was available. Do I am good. A little quick save a route. Yeah, this is kind of something.
Rights Coalition hopes to achieve following news of yesterday's devastating attack in Prague. So let's hear from Dr. Talis Rucker, always charmingly eloquently as he said.
Yeah, totally understandable. I mean, I will be probably hitting some spoilery things, and this playthrough is more for me than you guys because I need to play through this game anyway. Wow, look at that. That's nice. Cool. That. Oh, I have a hotbar. Drag some hotbar. Yeah. And then if you guys have specific questions for me, you know the drill, at Night Dive Studios, and I'll answer them.
Interesting.
Whoa, she was ugly! Let's look at her!
You would not believe the competition that once existed here to rent an apartment.
All right. Who's this person? Just stop people to come up the
Pretty, is
stairs.
it? Well, this place is all we have now. Better than being in Golem City, I suppose.
And I'm tired. Let's see. Let's go do some interesting
Daz
stuff.
is
Let's
the
see what's
man.
around here.
He'll set you up.
And we hack into the place. Nope. Boop. Let's see. What's your opinion on one-time use gun mods? I think it's fine. I mean, it depends on how the gun mods are distributed throughout the game. I mean, my personal opinion is I don't like permanent choices with weapon modifications, just because there's a psychology with players where they're not sure if they should mod the weapon now or hold out for a better weapon. I like it better when you can remove an attachment for a cost.
Can't shake the shakes. I can't stop
Ration.
my ears from ringing. It's like the attack will never end. I can hear explosions. Man.
Okay.
Open your eyes to the truth, friend.
Peace secret.
Cultist. Oh, I'm gonna save before I do this. But one of the things that I accidentally discovered is that I can actually silently kill, like I can just kill these people, like whenever I want. Normally in a mission it gives you like a hotkey, like saying, "Hey, hit this key to do these things." But no, you can just flat out kill people. Game just lets you do anything. Oh, but it consumes energy. Yeah, that's one of the things that I don't like, but maybe there's like an upgrade later to allow for melee takedowns to not consume energy. And so Robocult, that's cool. Well, let's move on with like the main part of the game. I don't have a cattle prod. I have ranged weapons, so I could just people in the face, I guess. Or...
Nothing suspicious.
You looking for the best prices in Prague? Not talking hot dogs here.
If the hot dogs aren't your main business, why don't you have a store?
See, this way, I get to keep my overhead down and pass on the savings to the customers.
My preference
Entrepreneur.
is for there to be no NPCs, just audio logs of all the dead people.
What have you got?
Well,
game
I
should be
got
made.
info. The kind that's worth something.
Another question.
Could always use
I wonder if I should
reliable
put the
intel.
chat in
Who couldn't?
somewhere.
But for that,
I'll just read it for
I
now.
only
I'll
accept
think
payment
about
in your
fixing that next
opposite.
time.
No
So
problem.
question
What do
is,
you have?
you think the quality of PC ports are increasing or decreasing in today's development mentality? Oh wait, I wasn't paying attention to what the guy was saying. I haven't.
Sophisticated choice.
Okay, I don't know what I chose exactly. Alright.
Maybe I'll come back later.
Pleasure doing business with you.
Yeah, I got some database. Chicken foot. Alright. Oh, Prague, shots fired. Huh. Oh, we could look into the shots fired. Oh, so going back to answering the question. This definitely, I mean, was, so, from what I read for this, hang on, I need a drink, I'm gonna be coughing more. So, Eidos Montreal, they made this first as a console title, and then I believe it was a third-party development studio called Nix's that ported it to PC. As far as the PC port goes, I mean, I've seen this on consoles. They did a pretty decent job. Unlike No Man's Sky, where the controls feel very console-y, and I wasn't very happy with it. This wasn't too bad. However, if you are new to this game, the big thing that I needed to know, this feature right here, the sampling anti-aliasing, whatever MSA stands for, take that down. if you have a moderate game machine. The reason for that is it basically, I was getting 24 frames per second when it was cranked up higher, but cranking that down and my graphics are at like moderately high. I'm not a fan of motion blur and this stuff. It kind of just made me sick. But everything else is decently. But that MSAA thing, taking that down got my frame rate up to like 50. Multi-sampling anti-aliasing, yeah. Normally I can have that on just fine in other games, but for this one it was really expensive. Let's... Okay, we're gonna investigate some shots fired. Yeah, so I think No Man's Sky was interesting. I enjoyed what I played, but I kind of lost interest a little over time. I think it was impressive what an indie team could pull off. I'm not sure how much they got in funding. But then the funny thing is, from Gamescom, Star Citizen released a video showing off their planetary to space stuff, and it looks very, very impressive. Though I'm still kind of on the fence and hesitant about Star Citizen. We'll see how it looks when it comes out. Right, I'm like gonna get into the wrong part of town. Like, look at these environments. I mean, like the level of detail and care that went into propping this out. Pretty good world building.
Keep walking, Clank. I got nothing to interest you.
Wow.
Please,
He's
I can pay you.
horrifying. Oh,
You
she's a
must
dealer.
have- I only sell neon. Please, I can pay you. You must have new property.
Sorry, we only sell rainbows. A different kind of trust.
Restricted zone. Okay.
All about the book.
No idea what that means.
Sister and I
Let's
need-
save and find out.
We need property.
Why is this restricted? Oh, he has a gun. Try to Jedi hand wave me aside. What's up? What's up?
You wanna take me on?
Okay. Well, that probably wasn't the wisest thing. We're gonna load anyway, so now we just go full murder hobo. I have a laser sight to this. That's pretty cool. Pretty decent gun.
Don't hurt me, don't.
I should get the semi-auto upgrade. Burst fire is like this. You have a gun. Oh wow, drones, cool. Okay, I'm gonna load. Oh, feedback on the whole gun modding thing. Onto the gun can be swapped at will. Yeah, separate categories is another way to handle it.
Sister and I need medicine. We
The
need
thing
new
that
property.
I'm worried about with those systems is
I told you,
too
not
much
my kind of
complexity for the player.
merchandise, and not my problem.
I prefer systems that are simpler on the surface but have a lot of depth to them. Or what's so special about this area? Oh well, making back to it. I think I'm just gonna go to the main story stuff. Kind of bored exploring.
Don't forget about your permit authentication card.
Okay,
Doc
cutscene.
Larry, Doc Larry. Show me latest papers. Otherwise you cannot go through.
I know the drill.
The drill has changed. Too many forgeries. All OGs must now carry a supplementary permit authentication card. Do you have this card?
How should we respond to him? Yeah, let's give him a hard time, see what happens.
My documentation's never been a problem before. It's not about to become one now.
You sure about this? I am policeman. You see uniform. You see gun.
You know, now that you mention it, your setup looks a little odd. Budget cuts?
No need to insult us. Times are difficult for a regional document checking police. But fact remains, if you continue this way without newest permit, I am legally obliged to shoot you.
Is that right?
My friend, I know what you're thinking. It's terrible the way they make laws against your kind. But listen, maybe I can do something to help. We could come to an understanding.
What kind of understanding?
Asking for money.
Lucky for you, I know a guy. An expert in permitification. A document agent. He offers permits, authentication cards. Peace of mind. With his help, you go wherever you want, whenever you want. No more hassles. What do you say?
Supposing I wanted to pass through here right now, before getting this special document of yours. Any way for me to do that?
Sure. I suggest our pay and go plan. It consists of you paying me, and then me letting you go.
You mean bribery?
Wink wink, my friend. I prefer the term standard fine.
The
Tell you
writing in
what,
this game is pretty interesting.
I'll even give you the good citizen discount. Just this once.
Wonder which one I should choose for this. Should I try to get actual papers? Should I bribe this guy? Then that's like even more extortion. Should I just confront him? What do you guys think? Ugh, I'm gonna refill my drink. It doesn't really drink that cold. Okay, you guys just want me to kill everybody. Is that the consensus I'm getting from this? Is to just basically be a brutal murder hobo in this world? I'll do it. I mean, if you guys want me to, it's fine. Okay. Play along. Let's play along.
This document agent you mentioned, is he the one in charge? He gets you to stop Oggs and offer them this opportunity to do business with him.
Go see for yourself. My friend has documents to pass checkpoints, to keep police off your back, to get into parts of Prague you never knew existed. Tell him Drahomir sent you. You'll see. I give you address, yes?
Sure, why not? Let's get some forged
All right,
papers.
give me the address. I think I'd like to see who's behind all this.
Shekashka. There's a courtyard behind the apartment building. Very easy to find. My friend will be there. He will get you latest permit card. Just pay him and don't ask questions.
Yeah, the cops are like right around him in earshot. He's not worried about that?
Looking forward to the end of the day.
We got this.
Yeah, let's go get some forged documents. Just jump around everywhere. Whee! Oh yeah, the boos are kicking in now. I can jump up on that. We can! How high we can get. Wait, I can open a... What? Local prism. Yeah, spare parts. Mild graffiti and a shield. That for it. Well, that doesn't look very safe now.
The Czech Republic's economic boost coincided with policies and incentives directed at augmented laborers throughout the world, encouraging them to come to Prague and help make it modern armory.
We can like
However,
break it open.
this sudden influx of talented workers posed some unexpected challenges. It was one thing to provide thousands of workers with jobs in Europe at a time.
Oh, that's silly.
In response to the housing crisis,
Have a... Oh, that's disabled? Oh, because it needs power. Well, now this is making sense. Ugh. Yeah, vodka's kind of vodka-y. Yeah, this is a lot of work that went into these maps. I don't even know how many more maps there are in this. Fence, staple of any open world exploration game. Okay, let's turn on the breakers. See how bad, okay, that's how bad the environment is. So I need to avoid the electrical hazard while hacking. Wait, but it has power now. Well, that's... Plus the breaker's broken. Maybe this is a puzzle! That'd be fun! I don't know what the... how you... puzzle though.
new names engraved into Prague's rich historical tapestry. Among them,
I don't think this is a puzzle. That's sad. That would be nice if it was a puzzle. Like maybe rewrap power somehow, but I don't see any elements to that. Section up here. Well, I can move boxes. That's the main circuit breaker. Circuit box. I think I'm just wasting my time. Then what's the point of this? What is the point of that? What purpose does any of that serve? You know, this is puzzling. Like, why put something in the game that doesn't seem to have any true purpose? Also, how is that electricity? Where's it originating from? Is it from that? That's not interactable, so I can't do anything. And there's that. Like, I like the visual storytelling, the world building, but like, this as far as an area makes little sense. Got the vent. Okay, I have no idea where the hell we are now. Like, I'm so off book from what the game wants me to do. Well, as far as like the story and quest stuff. Look, grenade! Just randomly in a locker. Sweet. I like games where you can pick up objects. I like games where you can pick up objects. Not saying it's going to be in System Shock, but I like games where you can pick up objects. Ah, proper thief game would be fun. Where am I? Newspaper. And I'm bored of reading. So much lore crap in the game. Let's just throw a fire extinguisher at the wall. Now it's an electrified fire extinguisher. I should make it blow up or something. Weapon cabinet. I like how that sounds. Jeez. Okay, so that looks dangerous. Oh, maybe if I hit the breaker on the other side of the room, that'll turn off that electricity. That would be an interesting puzzly thing. Then I'd forgive them for that. Nope, it had no effect. I'm gonna do what I did in the first Deus Ex game to get past these problems. I'm gonna leapfrog boxes. Wait, I'm weapon launcher. Gun! And sniper ammo. Oh my. Get into the box. There's a box. Ow! Ow, ow. Ow, ow. This isn't working out too well. I'll throw it forward. This is such a bad idea. Come on! This was way better in my head. Maybe I should have just ran through it. What if I can knock the lights out? Can't knock the lights out. I like being able to knock lights out in games. Don't read into that. Like a game that has, okay, if I shoot the fire extinguisher, better blow up or something. Okay, it's smoking. Whoa, it actually makes a great deal of fog. Might use that in a level if that blocks their visibility. That's pretty cool. There's no such thing as a stupid pun. Every pun is appreciated. Oh, I'm feeling the liquor kick in now, boys and girls. People. Oh wow, I loaded this part back. Oh, anyways. Go back to our puzzle area. Last time. By the way, if you guys have any System Shock specific questions, feel free to ask those too, and I'll answer what I can. And I'll probably answer more than I should as I drink more. Okay, so how to get around this problem? I still think boxes are the way to do it. Like stacking boxes to overcome it. We'll just Leroy it, I guess. Here we go. Wait, what's on that side? The breaker. Okay, that's it. Throw a case of beer. Throw a toolbox. Large propane tank, that might be flammable. Okay, question. Is it all senior level people working on the team? I'd say it's a mix. So the lead team right now is all seniors. We do have a few junior folks. I don't think it's gonna be all senior. I found on projects, like, there's actually kind of a balance between junior talent and senior talent. Junior talent tends to be very motivated, very driven. They get a lot of work done quickly, but it's junior work. And then senior people, they're a bit older, they have lives, but they have a lot of wisdom. And so the senior people are much better at guiding the junior people. That might be just true in any industry, actually. Let's see. But yeah, so currently I'd say the distribution is about maybe 50-50 for senior to junior to mid. What do you plan on doing with the non-lethal guns? So we want to bring back as many elements as we can from the original System Shock. So with the non-lethal stuff, I mean, it's something that we haven't even entered pre-production yet on the project, so we're just documenting just a bunch of stuff and fleshing things out right now. But yeah, with non-lethal stuff, I mean, I don't want to reveal too much, but things that didn't feel right to some players in the first game we're going to be fixing and addressing, and we want everything to be useful to various playstyles. That's all I'm going to say about it for that one, unless I drink a lot more. Not augment. Graffiti. Just like a flavor location, does it actually have no purpose? That'd be interesting. Wait, did this just lead me to my objective? Oh no, it was an exterior marker. Okay, so I guess it was an enclosed experience kind of thing. That thing. Pick that up. No, it's just a robot toolbox. That's it? That's all this thing had? So, I guess it was just a break into an armory and there were multiple ways to get around it. Yeah, the other thing about the team as far as qualifications goes, we're keeping the team semi-small, or at least as small as possible. I'm not a fan of large teams. I definitely like the work that you get out of small to mid-sized teams. Things also feel a bit more personal with everybody, which is also another. Maybe I can like bash this thing later. Or how do I get power to it? I don't know, it's not obvious. It goes into a magic room. What mysteries does it wrap in there? Okay, I'm just gonna move on. Yeah. How do I get back? Back on the route I was going. Maybe I'm just too drunk to jump. There we go. Another question. What are your ideas on the energy weapons? Maybe something like using batteries like ammo for some of them. Will there be rechargeable batteries? Maybe. There are some things I liked from the first game and some things that I liked better from System Shock 2. It's a cool looking drone, dude. Hello, Hello, Mega Pie Man PhD. So how long did you go to PhD school to get that PhD for making Mega Pies? There are questions on everybody's mind. Maybe we can jump to that ledge. I can get on the roof. Get on the roof, Dex. I don't think I can get on the roof. 14 years and 12 months. That is a lot of PhD work. Oh, let's break into more homes. Yeah. Artwork. This is too much alcohol. All of their booze. See, this is why I don't think you're gonna be getting spoilers, because I'm just gonna be doing this the whole time. Just robbing people of their alcohol. Let's drag some to a hot bar. Yep. 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 Cool. Some of that. Will that heal us at all? Oh, wait. Oh, it's giving us a buff in health. Story. What's the story? Wow, this is like the beer house. See, this is what I love. Wow, and like, wait. Ink cans. I think this is like where the graffiti people live. Hack into their computer. They didn't lock it. What if I can like claim their lottery tickets number or winnings? Where that would go? A lot of magazines, beer bottles. Is that a levitating trash can? Welcome to the future, everybody, where trash cans levitate. Even though they look like normal trash cans, these are floating ones. A little bit more. Why is my health red? I think probably because I was drinking. Ebook. Reading. So many words. I'm not really big on reading games. I know I should be. A lot of my designer friends are, and a lot of my designer friends are writers. I'm of the school of design that believes in showing rather than telling. I'd rather show the player the story. I don't want to make the player read. Now that being said, that is my opinions. Like, not all of my opinions will make it into system talk. Don't worry, there's going to be audio logs and lots of text and stuff. Just my own personal preferences. I prefer voice acting or visual storytelling. Like painting a scene in a room like this. I mean, a lot of beer here, a lot, and empty bottles, a lot of drinking, spray cans, and like some like graffiti here. Like this person is an anarchist, I guess, of sorts, and really likes Heineken. Is that Heineken? No, it's Hefferrocker. There's some beer brands. Nan Bao Peach. See, I like that attention to detail, how they make their own beer brands. Look at this! They made a table out of beer boxes. Like, that is some awesome world building right there. And that makes sense. See, it's this kind of stuff that, I mean, you can really tell the team put thought into it. And it makes the world just feel more lived in. And I think that's awesome. Let's see what we got. We got a little hydraulic micro pump there that they're hiding under their sink. Will this work? Still works. They didn't really need it. And a toilet, a square toilet, because it's the future. Or maybe in European countries there are square toilets. BTG, you're in a European country. Do you have square toilets? I heard a cat. What's going on with the cat? I can't. Laughing. Okay. Well, I think there's some cat shenanigans happening behind me. Are there the seashells? No, there are not 3 seashells. And it looks like that is the only purpose this apartment had, was just to have beer and have something about winning lottery tickets. That we like, the only way you would find this place is if you like walk through the window to find it. Which we did. It's fascinating. It has nothing to do with the main story. It's really just world building for world building's sake, which I don't mind so much in a Deus Ex game. I mean, I did a lot of that in the first. That's kind of cool. That's a restricted area. He's probably guarding it. But we're up here, Spider-Manning. Break the law. Oh no. Oh. Door, did he see us?
Got to find an untapped market and exploit it.
Okay, we're at him.
Could be
where's what?
Whatever you
Yeah, here. Think. We're gonna jump across.
Too many shares in the take.
The wee wee. Okay, and okay, I don't think it's us. We're good. What makes this? A lot of big toys and stuff. It's funny, I remember the first game, it didn't feel as open worldy or explory, and I think they really addressed those concerns. But like, I don't even know where the plot is at this point. I've just been wandering.
get rid of those strangers. Creeping me out.
Let's just take him down real quick. Forgery thug. Well, I think we could just get our own permit here. Wait, my inventory's full. Oh, because I have all this crap. Need a silence. We got around here. Plastic bins. Heavy to... They're tiny. Okay then. So far... Oh, gosh. Yes, I have. There was a bug I noticed where there are physics objects in the world. Like if you drop a box near you or you kick it, it'll actually end up pushing the player against a wall. It has some force or momentum behind it. But they'll probably fix that. And then sprinting upstairs was slower than normally walking upstairs, which was comical, because he'd like run up with his like arms flailing in the air, but he'd be going very slowly. It's almost something out of a Monty Python skit. Okay, so I'm not really seeing too much of a point in this place. I'm just gonna whoa, lasers everywhere. Well, what's with these lasers? Enable them manually. A lot of bears and stuff.
A body over here.
Oh crap, they found a body. Ah crap. I should have hit the body. Oh wait! This was where I was supposed to go. Okay, I'm not gonna botch that up then. That was the document forgery place. Well. Well. Was it Dishonored? Wasn't there some game where when you take somebody out, you can like sprinkle a powder on them that integrates and evaporates the body? That's the best way to dispose of a body. Oh. Guy I needed to talk to, I guess.
This area is restricted to you, Og. Your kind is not tolerated.
Not know why I
I'll
never.
shoot you if I have to. You need to see Trachemir first. I don't handle new customers.
There's the guy I'm supposed to be talking to.
You looking for permit?
That's the guy.
I was stopped by someone named Drahomir at a checkpoint. He sent me here. Apparently you help Augs with documentation, upgrade their permits.
You have the money?
Maybe. You want to tell me what I'm paying for exactly?
You pay to get your name on the list. Melina upstairs, she works on your shiny new permit. You come back in 1 week to pick it up. Standard pickup fee will apply.
How much do you charge people for this?
Not people. Augs. 35,000 credits.
35,000? Should I bluff or confront? That's a good question. Do I miss being able to taser and drown children? Well, okay now. First of all, we don't know that child drowned. For all we know, after I tased that kid, he was floating just fine and did not drown. Didn't see that happen. So, you only really have me on the tasing a child charge, really. Drowning, I don't know. I mean, I threw him over the edge and into a river while he was unconscious. But that's not always the end of the world for people. I mean, float, I hear. Anyways, let's see. Front or bluff? Because I'm such a nice guy, I don't think that's gonna work. I think we're just gonna have to confront them. No, the tased kid is swimming with the fishes. See? That's all.
You're not even trying, are you? You just blatantly scam Augs out of as much as you can.
You want updated permit or not? Documents are actually pretty good. You'll see. Trust me. The girl is very talented.
These documents, what are they? Stolen? Forged? Invisible?
Look, just give me what you have, and I'll put your name on the list. That's how it works. Melina does surprisingly good work. Puts more effort
Surprisingly
in
good.
than
Wow,
you
he's
ask her
like
to.
not very nice to workers. Pay him 35. Sneak around? Yes, let's go all sneaky.
I think I've heard all I need to about your offer, and about your friend upstairs. I'm gonna try my chances without the papers for now.
Suit yourself. Only a matter of time before they come knocking at night.
Think the business would be up.
The Augs are scared.
MT controversy? What's the MT controversy? Ensign hats? What's a Jensen hat?
We will be so busy you will be complaining about that.
Wow, you guys just want me to shoot everybody. There's like drones flying around. That might not be prudent at this juncture. But thanks to our prior city spelunking from Beerland, I know that there is a route up here.
Give it a little
Around.
time to settle.
Get rid of those traitors.
Oh, that crap? Yeah, let me go off on a rant here. Hang on, let me pause the game. Okay, so what you're referring to, I think I can access it from here actually. This storage thing. Hang on, let me slow down. So, one of the things that you can do in this game, and I shit you not, is you can buy in-game items that are consumable and single use. So, for example, all this stuff is single use. You drag it to your inventory, and then once it's there, you don't have access to it again. If you start a new game, you can't use it, and that's incredibly annoying. Let me see if there's a way for me to access their store so I can show you just how criminal this is. Can't access the store from here, but you can access. You know, I'm gonna go into it from the other thing. I already saved. So let me go to the. Oh wait, shop. There we go. Huh, look at this bullshit. So, and again, these are my views, not Night Dive Studios' views. So keep that in mind. But Praxis Kit. I haven't gotten to that point in the game where these are used, but I have a few of them already from just finding them in the world, and it says that this is what you use to get your augmentation stuff. So basically talent points in an RPG. And I assume you use these as consumables to increase your abilities. That makes perfect sense. Doesn't make sense. Oh my god, there's even more. This is a scrolling list. It's a horrible scrolling list. How does this even... Okay, I'll use the arrow key. I didn't know there was more to it. Like, this is... That's a bad console port of the shop, but I mean, I really can't fault the PC port people, because maybe they didn't want this to be very usable because they wanted to discourage people from using this, which would be a very nice passive-aggressive port on Nixus's part, but maybe it wasn't. Maybe they just didn't make this. You can buy credits for real money. Gee, $10 for, what is that, 15,000 credits. Like, I get it. People want to make more money, and I mean, I can understand the motivations of. I'm not sure if it's the developer that chose to do this or the publisher. Maybe they just thought it'd be an accepted practice. But in a single-player game, I don't feel this has any place in it whatsoever. And actually, I loathe these sorts of pay-to-win models from free-to-play games. I'm not sure if you guys know about my history with game development, but I go on rants a bit about just the broken free-to-play model and pay-to-win itself. I'm fine with cosmetic purchases. I think that's cool. But I cannot abide by microtransactions, dominantly single-player game, when it's not giving you any added content. Instead, like, I could just fucking enter a cheat code and do the same damn thing and save money. Not that I use cheat codes, because I'm actually against cheat codes. Just from a game design standpoint. I mean, if that's why games have lower levels of difficulty. I mean, this game, when you start it, asks like if you just want just pure story mode, so it makes it simpler, or challenging mode, and I think that's fine. But having this, I don't know, it creates a very negative precedent in the game industry. I really hope this does not catch on, and I really hope they don't make any money off of this, because I mean, clearly you can see this is kind of an experiment of sorts to purchase this stuff. But hang on, I should drink more. But this isn't even DLC. DLC stands for downloadable content. This isn't content. This is actually just a fucking cheat code, essentially. You're just getting something else in your... this in no way is giving the player more content. It's shortcutting content is what it's doing. Because naturally, if the game is balanced as it should be, a player should be able to max out their abilities down a certain tree. And I haven't gotten that far to see the ability trees in this game, but I mean, typical Deus Ex games, they follow a paradigm of you can go either deeper down combat, deeper down stealth things, deeper down non-lethal, deeper down lethal, and those are all talent trees essentially. And these Praxis kits probably get you towards it. Sorry, I'm not reading chat too much right now because I'm just like on a rant. That's the whole point of a rant. You just read. So with these, I mean, normally in a game progression, when you go down a talent tree or an RPG to put points into something, those points you earn from overcoming challenges. It could be from defeating enemies or bosses, completing quests, but it's by experiencing content that you get those points. And I assume that is how you would get Praxis kits, is by playing through the game and enjoying the content that the developers have provided. And so that's how, I mean, Deus Ex, I'm not sure. It has levels, but some games also compensate for this by not having levels and just having just a pure talent tree. Where as you progress through the tree, the player gets stronger, and they don't have a level that identifies them. They simply just have stronger and stronger abilities. And so that's what these kits would essentially unlock. Plus, I think there's also a level in Deus Ex, but I don't think the level actually means. So, anyways, attaining more power or higher levels or more talents or stronger abilities they're essentially milestone markers in the game. So by the end of the game, the player has a very, very strong ability pool. Now, what these things are doing, buying these ability points or praxis kits, is allowing a player to be stronger earlier in the game, which will ultimately make the game easier. And if the player needs to make the game easier to enjoy it, it's up to the developers to kind of satisfy that need by having the easier mode for that player. Otherwise, this is just an on-demand cheat code that the player is buying, and I don't know, I'm not a fan of that. Granted, back in the day, back in ye old NES days, I did have a Game Genie and a Game Shark because it was cool to see what other things the game could do. This is a monetized cheat code, and I don't think that is ethically it's not ethically sound in my opinion as a game developer. And I would be surprised if this was motivated by the development team and not the publisher, because basically this model is how free-to-play games like let's say Farmville, Candy Crush, pick any shitty mobile game you can think of that has an energy meter in order to continue playing, and that is what this is. You're basically pumping quarters into a slot machine so that you can get more crap out, as opposed to what we've been accustomed to in games, which is we pay our $60, get a fulfilling game experience, and that itself should be enough of an experience to satisfy the gamer. The fact that this is available as an optional route is insulting to us as gamers, and I'm kind of ashamed that this kind of thing exists in a game as a game developer. Gee, still ranting. I'm sorry, guys. But I mean, I heard that it had like something kind of like this, but I never actually saw the direct fucking store where like you could pay $10 for 15,000 in-game credits with however much that amounts to. By the way, actually, no, I did sell some weapons earlier in the game. I think I sold a gun for like 500 credits or something. So with what you can naturally experience in a game, they're shortcutting it, and I don't know. I just it's breaking my brain a little, and it makes me sad. And I really hope games don't continue to do this. System Shock will not fucking do this, not on my watch. And I'm sorry if you do like these things, or if you are of the group that purchases these things. A game that came out that's taken the whole world by storm, Pokemon Go, is monetized in a similar free-to-play capacity, where you can purchase additional things to get yourself an edge on the game. And I feel those practices take the fun out of the game for everybody else that doesn't pay. And it creates a weird, cyclical, competing monetization cycle that just is dirty. And I don't know what game or what model started this, but I mean, I'd like to blame Zynga, but they probably weren't the first to think of it. They were probably just the first to make the most money off of it. But this sort of business practice is a cancer on the game industry, and it needs to be stopped, because it's taking us further away from what makes games awesome and closer to psychologically and business-driven game design. And if you don't know what business-driven game design is, look at it this way. A bunch of guys are sitting in a room trying to design a game, and they're asking themselves, okay, what are the main goals of the game? In a standard game, the obvious goals are make the game fun, make it engaging, have a good story, have really challenging gameplay. If you're Dark Souls, make the player cry every 10 minutes. And you know, that's fine, that's acceptable. But in business-driven design, the people in that room, in that meeting, they're not game designers at all. They're economists, they're psychologists, they're marketing, they're PR, they're biz dev. And the priorities they set forth are how can we get a player hooked? How can we make the game? Let's assume it's going to be a fun game, and then how can we withhold some of that from the player and turn it into a drug, so that we turn the player into a junkie, so that they're asking for more, so that when we want the player to open their wallets and give us as much money as possible, but not bleed them dry so that they can't come back. So give them just enough so that it doesn't break the bank for them, but keep them coming back for more. It is a junkie mentality. I mean, these guys are essentially game development drug pushers. And it's not working. I'm willing to bet you it's not going to work in Deus Ex, but for mobile companies that are succeeding, like your fucking Candy Crush clones and the other ones, they are succeeding in that model because they've found the sweet spot of getting a player encouraged enough to drop money down while still not walking away from dropping too much money in. And that's something that does not belong in our industry. That's something that's the mentality that works in Vegas. Slot machines work off of that mentality. Slot machine programming, and it's using software. That's the logic they use, which is a user is popping money in. And it's not random. I mean, if you think it's random, I mean, no software is truly random, and especially slot machines, they're programmed to pay out at certain intervals or based on certain heuristics or logic. And so if somebody has put in, I don't know, $100, by the time they put in that next dollar, they might get a smaller win to keep them pumping more money into it. It's crazy how much psychology goes into it, and those that make the most money understand the psychology the best. And anyways, so I'm going to wrap up this rant. But yeah, I hate this. This is disgusting. This has no place in a game whatsoever. And what I was going to show you guys before, let me go to the main menu and go into breach mode, because this is the thing that I saw before that. But basically, they've also monetized not just buying the praxis or the credits thing. Let's go. Why do I need the... This is their like online kind of weird multiplayer-esque sort of thing. It's kind of weird. Can I see the cutscene? Nope. Unskippable cutscenes are also pretty shitty. Actually, if I'm gonna get this opinionated, I think I'm gonna start streaming outside of the night dive stuff, because these views and opinions are my own again. So none of this is night divey stuff. So they have a shop in this as well, and this shop has even more crap. Chipsets, premium items. Let's do a premium. You can buy a premium pistol for these like microchip thingies. The microchip things are the things that cost money. I don't have enough to buy it, but like there's all these things. It's like, this is a single player game. Why should I need to buy these things in order to have fun when I've already put down $60 on this? This isn't Deus Ex Go. Deus Ex Go is the mobile game. I haven't checked that out, but I heard it's interesting. This is Breach. I can hop into a quick game and show you guys what it is actually. How far I am into it. I like the graphics in it. Pretty cool. Let's start the level.
Heads up. This server is guarded by AI.
So yeah, it's a interesting. It's like their cyberspace essentially, which is kind of fascinating. You have a set amount of time. You need to like hack some servers or something, I guess. And it's like a little quick time event. Like get through, and then like interact with stuff. Wait, what am I trying to do? I've been drinking. Oh, okay. Then you extract data from a data tower. And so like the upper bar like represents like your progress on it. Wait, why is there a vent shaft in cyberspace? Why is that a thing? All right, let's go into the cyber vent shaft. Ridiculous. It's like they just reskinned a level and called it cyberspace. It's kind of lazy. Yeah, if you see, this is like the same sort of game mechanics as you find in just the base Deus Ex. It's a very, very curious art style.
Careful, there's a guard here. Downloading data attracts attention. Stick
There's
to
like a
cover
dude
and
there.
fire, but if you're detected, reinforcements will spawn.
Unauthorized activity detected. Minor.
Fancy.
And it's a takedown using all their animations and stuff.
Takedowns are a fast way to defeat enemies and keep things quiet. Just keep an eye on the energy usage.
And let's extract some more data. That's QuickTime events are harder to do when you've been drinking.
Some data towers can be tricky to access, but sometimes the way to them is easier than it seems.
What? Whoa. That's interesting. That animation. Check some more data. Great, moving on. What else? Where are we going? Or that much sense.
You can use remote hacking to your advantage. Server blocks can help you access out-of-reach areas.
And we're climbing up on things. And we're jumping on things. That's hack another data block. Hack this one.
Find your way back to the exit before.
How do I escape? Where am I going?
The AI core will do everything it can to prevent your escape. It regenerates AI defenses and finds ways to block your path.
Okay, and then you need to escape and get your ass to Mars.
Doors like this seal shut when a lockdown is triggered. You'll have to find a route around them.
Around it? Hey, it's a cyber vent! Hey, cyber vents! And I have 1 minute to escape after hacking all their data. I mean, honestly, it's not a bad game mode. And I'm out. And that's it. That's breach mode, essentially. I'm out of vodka! But I have a backup sitting for me in my little USB mini fridge to add some more. Quit. That makes it a bit more screwdrivery. Okay. Sorry. So, that's breach mode. Let me scroll up in chat and catch up on what everybody's been saying so that I'm not ignoring people. That's the kind of rule. Also, if you have a specific question for me, please type Night Dive Studios, all one word, and that'll highlight it in chat for me, so I'll see it and it's out more and stuff. Okay, blah blah blah. People liking me ranting, that's fine. A lot of hearts going, that's cool. So I'm not wasted. I mean, this is the level of inebriation that I like to be at. Okay, all cut up. My screwdriver is augmented with vodka. Oh wait, no, how could that be? Screwdrivers normally have vodka. At Night Dive Studios, Kickstarter campaign to fund a year's supply of alcohol for Jason's streams. Target goal is 10 million. You will kill my liver. I will need a augmented cybernetic liver. Thanks. So, but yeah, so Breach mode is kind of cool. It gives you some additional content after the fact. You level up through it, which is neat. And it is kind of challenging, and you like go through and like have like some form of progression. So that's a cool game mode. It's not necessarily multiplayer from what I've found so far, but from what I hear, it might open up to it. But anyways, let's go back to the main game. Much vodka, you say? Perhaps. Perhaps. So yeah, the that that one simple question of Jensen hats opened up a whole can of worms with just the monetization model that they're following. And again, I don't fault the developers for it. It was probably a mandate from the publisher, or from some other entity, or it was an experiment because they felt that they could monetize on it or bring in more money. But man, there's no place for that in games. I mean, mobile games have it because we didn't catch it early enough, and the folks that were in charge of making mobile games, I don't want to say lacked morality or ethics, but they lacked morality and ethics. Again, the views are solely my own and not representative of Night Dive Studio. But yeah, I mean, anything that gouges the player's wallet or takes advantage of the player's psychology is unethical in my point and crosses the line. I remember Dead Space 3. I don't remember their monetization scheme for it. I remember that Dead Space 3 felt like a very, very different game compared to Dead Space 1, especially playing it co-op. Kind of removed any form of tension or suspense that Dead Space 1 provided. That's another question. At Night Dive Studios, what do you think about people protesting against the MTs by negative Steam reviews? Is that something you personally support? What does MT stand for? Microtransactions? Is that the abbreviation for it? Probably. I'm not sure because it's optional. I mean, I haven't played through the game enough to really see if there's a pinch. By the way, for those that don't know, because I dipped my toe in the mobile gaming world a little until I found how disgusting it was. The pinch is basically, or the squeeze, is a term used to define what happens to the user when they feel the need to drop money down to continue playing or enjoying the game. Hopefully that does not occur in this game. I'm not even on the first freaking mission. So that gives you a sense of my progress through the game. But hopefully I will not feel the pinch in the game. Hopefully I won't feel the need to put money down to buy an in-game advantage. Because if they do have that need, this game has failed. To quote Arrow, this game has failed this city, and it needs to be put an arrow through its head. Fortunately, I mean, so far it's been getting good reviews, and I don't think the reviews would be that good if they had a forced monetization angle in it. So I think the microtransactions probably are optional. But the fact that they exist is still kind of stinky. There's still the stench around it. So I mean, I'll enjoy the game in spite of the monetization options around it. But the fact that they wanted to put that in there as optional is kind of sketchy.
Getting a little worried.
Let's get back to playing.
Fucking Drachmir. Over there. You hear that?
Oh,
Try
are you
being more
scared?
stealthy. Okay, so I need to get to the second floor. Also, if you guys have more questions, feel free to ask. I'll probably say more than I should. But I'll always have the disclaimer. My views and thoughts are not representative of Night Dive Studio. Hey, Dark Blue Monkey!
Okay, we should move.
Go. But it's probably nothing.
I like their augmented view of the... Oh yeah! That's the stealth! Now we're in the laser room. By the way, if you guys have not seen Arlnaut's Laser Moon, I highly recommend it, but I highly recommend the entire series. Arlnaut's, those guys are just geniuses. Oh, I need to hit escape for this to answer this question. any ideas on how you will remake cyberspace? I'm wondering what your guys' ideas are. We have an idea. We have a direction that we want to take cyberspace, but I want to know what you guys think. What did you guys think of System Shock 1's implementation of cyberspace, which was basically a 6 degrees of movement, descent style, sort of flying through room to room, going through corridors, shooting at things. What did you guys think of that? How did you feel about it? Did you like it? Did you not like it? What would you like cyberspace to be instead? Not ready to talk about our implementation of cyberspace, because to be quite honest, we're still designing a lot of it. Cyberspace, I'll tell you this. Cyberspace in System Shock 1 was not as important or meaningful as I feel it should have been. Because you needed to go through cyberspace to defeat Shodan in the end of System Shock 1. However, up until that point, cyberspace itself didn't feel like it was a necessary thing to go through. However, to me personally, the world of System Shock is about hyper-technology, super advanced AIs, and basically cyberpunk to an extreme. And I feel cyberspace is a very large nugget of that kind of world and setting. So with that being said, you can read into it as you will, but in the System Shock reboot, I want cyberspace to play a larger role, and to make sense, and to be something that the player feels is immersive, logical, sensical, and is basically Shodan's home turf, because that's where she lives. That's her house, and I want players to know that. Let's see. Oh gosh, I'm getting more questions. What did the update for SS demo add / change? I can't find any patch notes. That's Daniel's fault. I need to tell Daniel to put some patch notes up. So very minor fixes. The patch updated to a newer version of Unity, which fixed some of the crash issues, improved performance. With the point filtered textures versus linear filtered textures. There was a hybrid approach taken with it, so that was softened up a bit. But other than that, and then the security cameras don't explode. Didn't make sense for them to explode because they don't really have any explosive things inside of them. Unless, I guess, you apply a huge electromagnet to them to explode the lithium-ion battery packs, they would have them. Again, if you're just joining, I'm sick right now. So if you hear coughing and stuff, that's why. So to compensate for that, the drink tonight is the screwdriver because it has orange juice, which is healthy, I guess. So it's funny you say awesome sounds like cyberspace will be Tron 3.0 because one of my favorite games is Tron 2.0. To me, I feel this is going to sound so bad, but maybe not. I think Tron 2.0's story was better than Tron 2. In Tron 2.0, you were Jet. That was the name of the main character. And you were the son of Alan Bradley, the guy who played Tron. You were essentially the son of Tron, but you didn't know it. And that really hooked you in. And in that world, for some reason, Rebecca Romaine Stamos, I guess that was her name back then for that game. She was one of the voice actresses in it. And the game mechanics in it were solid. The environment and visuals and art was solid. I really liked a lot of what they conveyed in it. They did a great job with that game. That was Monolith using the Lithtech engine. And Tron 2.0, solid. If you haven't played it, I think the visuals probably still hold up because it was very stylistic sort of art style they went with to really convey Tron. And it felt like you were inside of a Tron FPS. Definitely a good game. Check it out if you haven't. Sorry, I'm getting off topic. Let me go back to, oh my gosh, more questions. What's with these people asking questions? So yes. At Dev Studios, have you played any of the Mother games? And if you have, what's your favorite game in the trilogy? I haven't played any of them. I'm in the US. Those weren't really available. My NES days back then. Let me pull this guy down. I think I want to have this guy hanging on the stream somehow. The blue slime from Dragon Warrior, now the Dragon Quest series. I got this at Comic-Con. I think I might have told the story before, but this is the very first creature I ever killed in an RPG. And so when I saw a plushie of him, I'm like, yes, I need this on my shelf as, I don't know, maybe a Predator-style trophy of the first creature I killed in a digital format. That's kind of grim. But yeah, so I have a plushie version of him. But yeah, my NES RPG playing days, Zelda, of course, Dragon Warrior, and then I don't think I actually played a solid RPG until the Super Nintendo, with Final Fantasy II US, the US version, and Final Fantasy III. A few offshoot RPGs, but no, I never caught the Mother series. I've heard it's good. I have no idea what it's about, so not necessarily sure how to answer that question exactly. The character's interesting to play in Smash Brothers, I suppose. Let's see. Gosh, I'm getting more questions. How did I get into the game industry, and how did I join this SS Remastered team? Wow, way to ask a large question. How do you even answer that? Well, for starters, it's not called SS Remastered. It's just System Shock. It is a full reboot, not a remastering of System Shock 1. So, how did I get into the game industry? This story has been told a little bit, but I'm gonna tell a different part of the story. So, most people know I got my start at Blizzard. For about a month, I worked in Blizzard QA. And then I got into programming. But before I got into Blizzard, I was... Oh man, how far back should I go with this? I know. I've always been into video games for as long as I can remember. I think when I was 4 years old, my dad bought a Commodore 64 and we would play games together. I got an NES when I was 6 years old, and then since then I've been hybrid playing console stuff versus PC stuff. And always been into games. And then I think it was in college, there was a choice that I had, which was should I go towards the game industry or go towards the sciences? I love science. And I didn't actually have an answer to that question until I think halfway through college, when I found I was actually studying quantum physics. And I loved the theory, understood it completely. I could come up with the answers off the top of my head for a lot of things, but when it came to writing proofs to prove my work out, I hated it. It was tedious. I find math easy, but I don't like to show my work, and it was that kind of drew me away from the science side of things, just the pure tedium, and drew me more towards the game industry, because I also love programming. And so I went to UCI, the University of Southern California, Irvine. Got a degree in computer science with an emphasis on AI and logic or algorithms or something. While at college, I had a friend of mine. His name is Lloyd Lewis, and Lloyd's one of the best, awesome, craziest friends I have. And he got a job at Blizzard from a job fair that they had at UCI to do QA. And I was, I think, a junior in college, and I said, you know what, I could use a job. Before then, I had been working at a computer store, building computers, and working at Blizzard sounded like a cool thing. Lloyd told me that they had some openings there, and I applied. And oh man, the interview was I was so awkward. So back then, part of my past, I'm not sure how much I should say about this. Let me drink a little bit more. That'll make it easier. Okay. So, my job interview at Blizzard. Pretty weird. So back then, I was working on some hobby games with some friends, just on the side because I was interested in game design. Back then, they didn't really have game design courses. I'm book taught, so I basically read every game design book I could find. Really, really big books from people that knew a lot more than I did back then, and that got me a head start. And so when I went in for my Blizzard interview, it was for QA, but when I was talking to my friend Lloyd about what they're looking for, he said, well, he got a job from showing them a sample of his programming work. And I'm like, okay, so I'll give them a sample of a program that I wrote. And back then, I was very curious about the how should I say this delicately? Software procurement scene. And so I had written a program that which I didn't distribute, it was just for myself, which indexed several sites and would automatically procure software that I was looking for, like TV shows and stuff. This was before there was BitTorrent, before all that stuff. Geez, how long ago? This was like in the year 2000. So, yep, I read all the Gems books. Those are awesome. I highly recommend those. So I had a program that I wrote, and that was like the most fancy thing that I'd written. And I go in for my Blizzard interview, and I have a floppy disk of the program to show it off. And I'm interviewing with the QA manager, and he asked me some questions. I talk about my interest in games. He asked me what my favorite games are, and I'm like super nervous. And then says, "Oh, and I guess you brought in a piece of software for us to look at." I'm like, "Yeah, it's nothing special." He takes the floppy, puts it in his computer, runs the exe. And at that point, I'm thinking, I could have put like a virus on there or something and infected the whole entire network if I wanted to. That's pretty crappy security, but there was no virus on it or anything. He runs the app, he looks at it, and he's like, oh wow, so like I could just follow any TV show that I want, it automatically downloads it for me? And I'm like, yeah, I just wrote it as a proof of concept. I don't plan to distribute it or anything. It's like, oh, this looks pretty cool. I'm like, yeah, can I have that disk back? And he's like, can I make a copy of it first? Like, no, I'd like that disc back, please. And so that was kind of funny. And so after the interview, I got a call back a week later, and I'm selected to be part of Blizzard QA. And what was the first project to work? Diablo 2. And so on Diablo 2, since I had a programming background, me, Lloyd, and another friend that got in, we were part of their, what was it, like a hack prevention team, because we had a programming background, so we'd do packet sniffing and testing for stuff, and then some general QA stuff. And then after a month, they kept me on programming because I had ideas for writing tools. I became a tools programmer at Blizzard, writing tools for their various games from Diablo 2, Warcraft 3, World of Warcraft, all that stuff. Then had to leave Blizzard to do an indie project because they didn't allow us for side work, and that's when I made a game called Thread Space Hyperball with a bunch of college friends of mine. There hasn't really been a game out there like it. It's if you're familiar with the game Worms, it's like multiplayer Worms in space, real time. It's weird. It's the first game that I ever designed out of college, so it's very different. And then after that, let's see, where'd I go? Yeah, this one's a weird one. Did a version of Star Control in Flash over a weekend for Atari for a weird contract that we did with them. Then then the economy tanked, couldn't do a whole lot of games anymore with my indie studio. Then found myself at Obsidian, working on Fallout New Vegas as a senior producer and then the lead producer of the DLCs, and then a few other unannounced projects there, including being the project director on another game that wasn't announced. And then they had to do layoffs. They cut about half the company. Did a Kickstarter for another game that I was experimenting with called Steam Bandits, the steampunk JRPG with a mobile version and a PC version that all tied into each other. That's still in development because that's more been kind of a project that I'm trying to do on the side while doing consulting stuff and like stuff that pays money during the day. And now I'm on System Shock, and how that happened was Jonathan Peros, our audio guy, the Donkinator, as you guys know. He's a good friend of mine, and he got picked up to do audio on System Shock by Steven, and they didn't have anybody that could do production stuff or design stuff like I could. Jonathan recommended me. I had a chat with Steven. We hit it off really well, and now I'm here. So that's the short version of the story. Hey! So hopefully that answers some questions. Let's get back to some Deus Ex. I need to move climb duty kind of visually in my way. Okay. By the way, if you don't have a titanium spork, I highly recommend it. This thing is super useful for being on my desk and catching my eye and having me pick it up and play with it during meetings. I don't use it functionally as a spork, but it is a nice thingamajigger samaflange. I'm gonna slow down on the drinking and probably sip my drink a little. Right, I'm stealthing through lasers. Laser time! Like a fairly... Ooh. Hi. What's that sound? What does that mean? Oh, it's a... Damn it! That was a security camera that I didn't see. I didn't even know there were security cameras. Oh, I'm all the way back here. I didn't save when I got into the door? Oh, then.
Something is in the air. Starting the reaction. The smash.
Stealth time. Yeah, if you guys have any more questions about the game industry or any of the projects I've worked on or anything in general, I'll answer what I can without breaching NDA. Yeah, there's a camera there. Aha! But now the camera can't see me. Your stealth.
Did I hear something?
Ah! Crap! He totally saw me. And I just see the spacebar is the only way to leave loading screens, but it is also the same key used to leave cover. How do you think something as basic as that makes it past Q&A and basic testing? Something is... Oh, I'm not sure. So QA is kind of a weird, complicated thing because some bugs are actually caught by QA, but are not able to be fixed by developers due to time constraints. Oh, that's a cool thing. Moving lasers. That makes a lot of sense. However, with how... Okay, so here's the thing, folks. With how lasers actually work, I'm gonna get really fucking nitpicky here. Unless... See, a laser in a typical laser security grid needs to have an endpoint that catches the laser so that it knows if the connection is interrupted. This laser has no endpoint. Actually, none of these lasers have endpoint, so it does not necessarily know if the connection is interrupted, unless the laser itself is measuring its length, which I doubt it, because its length is constantly changing through there. I don't know. I guess it depends on the technology, but I find this kind of unbelievable from a laser technology standpoint. But it's the future, so maybe they engineered that technology. I guess it is theoretically possible. Let's get around these lasers by walking around this corner. You know, this is interesting content. And this is something that probably was kind of... Can I disable? These lasers just don't look like they're even on. Like, that just looks glitchy, like it's low on batteries. Oh, there's a video camera somewhere? A laser distance meter, I see. Hack it? We can hack it! Let's hack it. Oh, this looks very complicated. Get to that side. That's an interesting change from the original game. Some of the it's black box hacking. I can't see the route to make it to that thing safely. I can't even see the route that these things take. Well, let's start hacking. The other cool thing is you can actually hack all these things in parallel, which is pretty nice.
Anomaly detected.
Row, they're tracing me.
Initiated.
4 seconds, and we got it. We got it. Yeah, I like the new hacking interface. It's pretty immersive. However, that's not necessarily how I would make a hacking system. Wink, wink. Cameras. Intruder tracking. Nah, let's not track intruder. Yeah, we don't need to do that. Doors. Sure, let's open some doors. Cameras. Yeah, let's... A frag laser. Let's turn you off. You don't sound very nice to friendly people. Cool. Oh, I'll probably get to more hacking stuff later on in the game. Wait for me to like out of it. I need a melee weapon. Vents. Oh wait, there's somebody at a computer.
Please don't shoot me.
You want to tell me what's going on here?
Arts and crafts?
I think you work for those scam artists out there. Or do they work for you?
It was never meant to be a scam. More like social services for the disaffected. You know, like no og left behind.
Looks like a forgery ring to me.
I hate the word forgery. I prefer graphic arts activism. I help people to be other people. And seriously, try getting anywhere with forgery on your resume.
You're involved in something that takes advantage of people, and you're worried about your resume?
That may have come out wrong. I mean, yes, career is important, but it's not everything. I know that. I tend to get really nervous when I'm stressed. I'm stressed when...
She's adorable!
It just makes things worse. Oh, okay, look. I have no reason to be nervous here, do I? You're totally on my side, right? One of the good guys. Not like Drahomir.
I'm not here to make you nervous. I just need you to explain it to me. The essentials of what's been going on here.
Essentials. Right. Essentially, I was trying to help my augmented friends.
The way I saw it out there, the promise of fake documents was being used to extort people. How does that help them?
Yeah, the facial animations could be better.
Sucks. I swear to you, I'm totally anti-extortion.
Obviously.
Let me explain better. The government, they print up these official permits each month, but they only sell them to the rich corporate and military allies. Meanwhile, the other orgs, they get cattled out of the city because their documents aren't up to date enough. That's what was happening to my friends.
Government corruption versus organized crime. And regular people get caught in the middle. You gotta love the classics.
When it was just me, I didn't charge anyone. But then Drahomir shows up and turns it into this big operation with fake checkpoints and ridiculous fees. I didn't want anything to do with that. I wanted to stop.
Why didn't you?
I was scared.
Why is he wearing sunglasses
Drahomir said
inside?
he would kill me. Looked at me kind of...
Never understood.
Like you're looking at me now. You're not going to kill me, are you?
What do you think?
I'm not sure yet. Look, the real problem is Drahomir and that checkpoint of his. Without him in the picture, the rest of them couldn't run a lemonade stand. Maybe you could... You know...
It looks like she is wearing a plastic shirt now that you
just
mention
walk
it.
around shooting people?
Don't you?
I like knowing there are other options.
Okay, so stab him, scare him, or get the police to do their job for once. I remember Drahomir mentioning this cop who threatened him. She was hanging around his checkpoint. Who knows? Maybe there really is one good cop in Prague.
That sounds like the safest bet. Otherwise, you're asking me to pick a fight with a bunch of guys in uniforms, scam artists or not.
The whole city would come down on you. Still, up to you how you want to handle it.
Right. And just so we're clear, you are going to stop forging documents now.
I don't like getting into trouble. And even worse is other people suffering because of me. No more faking documents ever again. Unless someone really needed one. Then I'd probably do it. I mean, if we knew for a fact that we could help someone, we should do whatever we can, right?
It depends what you have in mind.
The docs I make, they really can fool the authorities. Sort of.
I think they're probably telescopic shades where like
Drahomir
they like
flooded
fold
the
out and
streets
fold
with
in.
forgeries. So the city started tracking more, adding scanners, validation numbers. Now, unless one of my permits gets activated in the city database, it's just plastic.
So you're telling me these people pay for forgeries and then probably get deported anyway?
It doesn't have to be that way. I have 2 permits that I literally just made. And I think we can really help these people. If you're willing.
Yeah, sure, let's be helpful.
Alright, how do we help?
Their names are Edward Broad and Renke Bauer. Drahomir was going to charge them like 20 more times. But maybe you could just give them the forgeries? Early Christmas present?
You said it's just plastic, that people get deported anyway. How does this help them?
I think I know how to get them activated. As long as you're willing to follow through.
Alright. I'll go meet Edward and Irenka. In the meantime, are you going to be okay here?
Once they learn that Drahomir's been taken care of, the others would leave me alone. He's the one I'm scared of. By the way, there is a safe over there where they keep their money. I'll give you the code. 2489. Feel free to help yourself.
What about you?
Way ahead of you.
What are we talking about? Oh, right. Unbelievable. We got Picus on here in our secret location, which we are calling Grandma's.
Is that her magazine? It'd be nice if it was her with a question mark. Arrested Development.
I'm not saying Rucker, the Augmented Rights Coalition.
What kind of controller is that?
Who can blame them? If you were the only legitimate hope to liberate a terrorized minority, you'd have to stick a pipe in a wheel once in a while to let people know you're not messing around.
See that? There's a lorem ipsum in that scrolling thing. What? How did that get past QA?
Come on! The man's a fucking doctor! Is it possible that being
If it comes back.
Gollum City all this time has caused him to go a little cuckoo? Lots of talk about how he's been hitting the bottle hard these last few months. We've all seen
There it is.
Yep.
Lorem ipsum. And that's just shoddiness.
Then they would walk blindly into a situation where they'd be responsible for a mass murder on this scale.
Also interesting, the @ sign is the thing in the keyboard.
As usual. In fact, Picus, the more you say it,
Turn off that radio. Read a newspaper. Let's not read a newspaper. Let's turn the stove on. Read another newspaper. Let's not read the newspaper. Cabinets.
useless.
Not too many orcs out on the streets today. We had a good run.
Oh wait, so she wants me to take out some dude, right?
Please. None of us are safe for as long as Drahomir is out there.
What do I need to know to take down Drahomir?
He and his fake police checkpoint are beyond the archway. Just down the street from here.
So I'm supposed to start a fight in the middle of my own neighborhood, with guys who look like cops.
Better if the real police don't see you. Though there may be a safer way. Drahomir said there is this one female cop who suspects him, and who might actually have the courage to do something. Find her, tell her the truth, and who knows?
How many times did Drahomir charge Edward any Renka already?
I don't know the exact numbers. Many times, that is for sure. People like Edward and Irenka, they are willing to keep paying. And people like Drahomir, they know this.
They're that desperate to stay in Prague.
Desperate to stay out of Golem. Edward, I think he has family here. And Irenka, she thinks she's someone else. Some kind of robot. Anyway, Drahomir took advantage of this. Kept charging both versions of her until there was nothing left.
I'm gonna do what I can. You just be careful.
Alright, yeah, the vent thing. What's down this? It's a vent. Open the locked safe. I thought she had the code. Or is this what? Multi-tool. Oh, got another at night dive question from Generic. Does it scare/depress you that the media in the previous and current game is clearly a nod to Fox News style propaganda, yet in real life Fox News and Alex Jones are real popular? I don't know, I kind of separate myself from like real world narrative versus fictional narrative, and I just try to immerse myself in the Deus Ex world. And I try not to think about the real world as much as possible. Oh! Good eye. Thanks, GGG. Frag grenades, my favorite type. And credits. Out of here stealthily like. Yeah. Yeah, this game is kind of misleading because it's leading people to believe that they could fit in any sort of vent in the real world, which I don't think they can.
Fucking lasers everywhere. Useless.
Let's drop this pistol and pick the combat rifle. Stealthness.
Why would you do that? What could that be?
Take a look around. Say something.
Get out of here. Well,
it's not completely broken. Why fix it?
you lead us. And we're running as we're clawing at the air.
Just because Drahomir looks like a doesn't mean he's a real.
The hell? What's the purpose of that? Why suspend a boulder in the air? That's confusing. Okay, we need to find a female cop.
Hope that drone doesn't come over here again.
Don't blow your cover.
Think maybe someone died wearing these uniforms?
We got this.
They're at Night Night Studios. Will future group streams start earlier/later to help Daniel's already badly abused body clock? Actually, it's morning for Daniel at this time. It's Saturday morning for him. Let me see where he is. He might be able to like hop in. No, he's offline right now. Our programmer Matt might be watching the stream in secret. Said he'd be watching, but he doesn't really like talking. Very shy.
Looking forward to the end of the day.
Try to look professional.
Find a female officer.
Milena would look better if she
All these extra weapons. Oh crap, I think I forgot something from that chick's room. I was supposed to pick up the ID cards for the other people. Because I don't have those ID cards on me.
draw his attention.
Well, I'll just run up here and check.
Get away from me!
Oh, no, never mind. She doesn't have the cards here.
I didn't want any trouble.
He's up there.
I left the stove on.
I didn't want any trouble.
Oh. Oh, back to stealthing out here.
Secret business will be up. Give it a little time, he said.
Hey, that's a quicker way out.
Turn it around, asshole.
You looking for permit?
Let's go sell some of our stolen goods. Eventually I should start this game. I haven't even like started the first mission.
Credits up front.
Get more inventory space.
Что за хуйня?
Yeah, I got a Joker vibe from that guy
I have
too.
everything I need.
Then get lost. You waste my time.
I really want to know how I got those scars.
Daz is the man. He'll set you up.
Let's see. So I need to find a female cop. So wait.
License, permit, voucher, document of authority, temporary pass, travel coupon, and or certificate of authenticity.
Good old days, we'd just ask for ID.
Good old days are gone. Haven't seen one of these before. Orange level. You are some kind of badass?
Just someone with a job to do.
And the tools to do it, obviously. Go on through.
Hey Mel, she's a cop. I want to talk to you.
You check out. Paperwork is up to date and you can freely cross this checkpoint.
Guess you're not what I'm looking for.
I got something.
Quest log. map.
Just because Dragomir looks like a cop doesn't mean he's a real cop.
He should.
Not from here, are you?
What gives it away?
You just walked up to a police officer. And I have this funny feeling you expect something good to come out of it.
I could turn in the bastard.
I recently got stopped at a fake checkpoint. Heard there was a cop around here who might know what I'm talking about.
Dragomir, he's a slippery fuck. Pays off all the right people. Provides all these bullshit documents that prove he's legit. Regional inspector, my ass. I'm putting a file together.
A file? This guy's dressing up like a cop and harassing Augs in the street.
Sounds like 90% of the people I work with. Listen, the right amount of coin in the right kind of pocket, fancy-looking paperwork, those things go a long way in this city. Especially if the perception is that he's not really doing anything wrong. Just giving Augs a hard time.
There's more to it than that.
That's exactly what I think. Why don't you fill me in? What's Dragomir been up to behind my back?
Kidnapping and coercion are forgery and extortion. I think kidnapping's probably more harsh.
There was a girl named Elena. The way she tells it, she was forced at gunpoint to work for Dragomir. They kept her in a little room and made her forge documents for them.
Why didn't she go to the police?
She was scared. A lot of people are scared.
Yeah, of course they are. Prague's going to hell. The bad cops don't care and the good ones are too busy filling out forms. Fuck it. Dragomir has been pulling this shit for long enough and I'm sick of being told to ignore it.
Oh shit! Shit's going down!
Stay out of it. Time to shut it down, Dragomir!
Oh shit! It's happening! Oh man! I'll just let them kill each other. And then I'll loot the bodies. Oh my god. Maybe they need help. You know, this is impressive. Like, I have not even started the main mission, and this is just some... Is that a grenade? What did they just deploy there? Well, nobody else is gonna loot them. I guess I will. Anybody else go down here?
I've got an update on your friend Dragomir.
I've seen Dragomir pretend to be many things. My friend was never one of them.
It's been taken care of. He's not gonna be a problem anymore.
Thank God. I don't know how you did it, but I'm glad you did. Listen, if you ever need documents for something...
I'll be fine. Thanks.
Another gun? Great. And he's just dead in a weird way. Wow, that was a lot of free guns.
Use some backup down here.
Helmet. Now I'm gonna go sell these guns that the cops just dropped.
There, I know it.
Stay away.
Nice fence.
Biocells, painkillers, right over there.
How much do you want to spend this time, eh?
Oh, another at Night Dive Studios question. What do you think about energy weapons in SS2 and how niche they were? I didn't like them, actually. I thought the energy weapons in System Shock 2 were kind of weak. I mean, in my opinion, I think if a weapon has a certain damage type, it should have a certain purpose and use compared to other weapons. And energy weapons, I mean, logically, should work better against things that have perhaps, I guess, a sensitivity against heat-based weapons. Lasers are primarily focused heat. Or other things that are maybe electronic that are susceptible to electronic damage. Stuff like that. I just think weapons should have a very... Did I already have mods built in it? Yeah, laser pistol was fine, but it seemed kind of weaker than I would have wanted it to be.
Get out of here, then.
I'll be on my way.
Then get lost. You waste my time.
I don't know, energy weapons seem to be weaker than armor-piercing rounds in System Shock 2. Like, armor-piercing were just, like, crazy against robotic enemies.
Daz is a man. He'll set you up.
Should eventually start the game so I can get better augments.
Open your eyes to the truth, Rant. Jedno wasze obciążka na wyrost.
All this crap I have. I'm gonna stash some of this extra ammo that I just picked up. And then, you know, then I think I'll start on the main game. That's not my home. Oh, that's true. Yeah, the EMP rifle was really good. I was talking more about the EMP pistol versus, like, pistol with armor-piercing rounds. That's the nice thing is you have, like, kind of a stash where you can, like, just drop some stuff off if you're not going to be using. Close my door so can't come in. I like how it's apartment 43 instead of 42. And apartment 42 is just condemned. Why is this trash can in the way? Go away, trash can. There we go. Litter this place up. You know, I might work for Interpol, but I mean, it's the future where things are pretty crazy. I don't think I'm actually an Interpol employee. I think I'm an Interpol contractor. So for that reason, I don't think I'm really subject to Interpol standards of morality. Find what? They're inside the bookstore. Where's the book? Or should we keep doing side shit? Let's do some main stuff. Let's see what the meat of this game has to do. Ooh, what's this? Whoa, cool. What's that for? Oh, that tips them off about everything. Well, that was a mistake. I guess the police don't like it when you open up their truck and take their weapons. The thunk. Ugh. I hate some of the backstory they give you for the first Deus Ex Human Revolution game. That story I was not okay with.
So wait, what you're telling me
Get into that.
What you get? Right. We'll take a hands on it like question when we head back to station.
We got some praxis things.
Street is off limits, or your buck. Private function. All businesses are temporarily closed. You're trespassing, Metal Man.
Metal Man? Pronounced Mega Man. Oh! Cool! You know, this is pretty neat, that, like, I could find, like, things randomly. TPP report should be a TPS report. Oh yeah, booze! I own some. Fuck it. Fuck it out the window. Boop. Oh, I missed. That knocked the lamp? I can knock the lamp over. Pretty crappy art. Let's hack a computer. Oh yeah. Okay, so we're gonna start a hack. For those that wanted to see hacking. Wow, this looks like a complicated one. Changed a little bit from the original. Capture nodes and stuff. Data store, that gets you something extra. What route do I want to take? I will go around. Try to do some simultaneous hacking. Okay. Oh, can I do? We'll fortify and capture.
Anomaly detected. Trace program initiated.
Damn it. This isn't gonna work. I'm gonna disconnect. It gives you multiple tries too. It gives you 5 tries, so you can try it.
Anomaly detected. Trace program initiated.
Start this hack. Got it! Wait, maybe 2 seconds.
Access granted.
Ooh. Any words to read? The vent. There's a place above the sink. Paint. Oh. Oh. Where are we? hide something behind the wall. I think that's these things.
Right.
I got us around those jerks. Uh-oh, this sounds like a dangerous question. What's your personal opinion, not representing opinion of Night Dive Studios, about pirating games for preview purposes to avoid buying crap? How to answer that question? Make a little bit more for that one. Well, there was a philosophy that I had early on in game development when I was running an indie studio. Again, my views are not the views of Night Dive Studios. So when I ran an indie studio, my opinion was if you cannot afford to buy games, and you were a gaming enthusiast, and if your choice was pay $60 to buy a game that I worked on, or pay $60 to provide yourself with food for a few weeks, your own survival is more important than playing a game, but I still want you to enjoy the games that I worked on. And so, by whatever means, like, your own survival should come first. And if you don't have enough left over to enjoy games, that's tragic to me. And if you need to find more creative ways of enjoying the games that I work on, again, not the views of Night Dive Studios, but it's your choice. I mean, some people find it unethical or immoral, but I would prefer for somebody to play the games that I've worked on than starve. So, make of that what you will. Now, with the question of pirating a game to avoid buying a crappy game, I think that's what reviews are for. And reviews tend to be pretty good if you find like ones that align with your way of thinking. Plus, pirating games these days, from what I hear, is kind of tedious, especially with new DRM countermeasures that are coming in online with stuff. I think one of them is Denuvo or Denuvo. Those are pretty tricky. I don't know. My opinion is, I mean, if you cannot afford a game, and the option is food or game, feed yourself. But if you can afford a game and it is a good game, buy it. If it is a bad game, shouldn't support the developer. That's not saying pirate it. What I mean is, don't play games that aren't good. And with technology out these days, with YouTube Let's Plays and game reviews, it should be pretty clear what a good game is and what a bad game is. So with that, I think there are a lot of pre-piracy steps you can take by just watching YouTube videos. Make that determination for yourself. So that's my opinion. No, this is a legit version of Deus Ex. It's on Steam and everything. I only buy games now. Also, mainly because piracy is just, I don't know, it's like as a college student, when I was like poor, strapped for cash, like it made sense. But now, as a game developer, like it's just not right. Unless your choice is food or game. It's like bullets shooting in that room up there. What's happening? Yeah, they're like shooting at people. Let's jump over and say hello. Uh-oh.
Over there.
Well, that didn't go as planned. Shit. I'm feeling worse. I think I'm gonna close the stream in like 30 minutes or something. I can't make that jump. I need to get into that room. Oh, I think I can go around the long way. Along those ledges.
Too exposed. I hate this.
See me. Ah, jerk. I don't normally save scum, but I don't have the patience for, like, enduring consequences right now. Unless it's XCOM, I save scum like a bastard in XCOM. But that's because I do it to myself. In XCOM, I name, like, my soldiers out after people that I know, and I don't want people I know to die, so I kind of just do it to myself and I make it more difficult. Make a run for it. Oh, screw you. Ah, fine. I'll try one more try to go through stealthy. Yeah, so I have two ways of approaching XCOM. My first playthrough of an XCOM game, I name everybody from off of somebody that's familiar to me. Oh, or I can try that way. And but my second playthrough, I don't name anybody. That way I have no attachment to the soldiers, and I'm okay with them dying. Go up that ladder and around the corner. Ah, crap. Can I, like, mount against this thing?
Ah, what happened to him?
Assumption's providing good cover. Oh, there's another question. At Native Studios, do you think closed betas should be used more for games to discover and fix bugs and performance issues before release? Hashtag XCOM2. Yes and no. Closed betas, I tend to avoid them because I don't want I don't want my first impression of a game to be a buggy experience. I think that closed betas are something that should be used if the developer is short on resources for QA. However, for XCOM 2, their publisher is 2K Games. They have a very healthy QA team, so I don't think they need to do a closed beta. I mean, oftentimes what happens with a publisher-developer relationship is their QA teams are typically solid. They find a lot of bugs, but then it comes down to the developer having enough time to fix all the bugs, and the developer tends to have a hard release date that they need to meet. So within the internal developer's alpha and beta timeline, they need to triage and pick the largest bugs to fix. And sometimes whenever you play a buggy game that's come out from a large publisher, it might not be a problem with not enough QA, but not enough time for the developer to fix all the bugs that QA has found. Which could trace back to the developer creating bugs for QA to find, but I mean, it depends on just at fault? Did the developer introduce more bugs that could have been prevented with more rigid testing? But with rigid internal testing, that delays the project even further. So it becomes kind of a weird balancing act. I mean, game development is like skating on thin ice while juggling a lot of plates, while there's, I don't know, a monkey on your back gouging your eyes out. That's probably the most accurate assessment I can think of for game development. So that's pretty difficult to do, I imagine. And so is making games. Yep. And that went sideways. I'm gonna try one more time. Back to the joke. I can make that jump.
Heard something.
Crap, this guy's coming around the corner to investigate. Shoot.
There's nothing.
I should just go full murder hobo on these guys. Back of the trunk lootable? I can search it. Neat. Did I ask for this? Well, what do you mean by this? That I would have theoretically asked for?
No more excuses. Find him.
Read.
He must be glad. Idiots. Everywhere.
But can I fully augment? I can't jump through the window? Go. Wow, there's a lot of bad guys in here.
In the movies, there is always a secret room. Pull on the books.
Be a man. You look in the book beyond the dead to expose.
Why are you shooting at books? What was the point of that?
100
take much longer.
says he's gone.
Ow, what? Dude. I was minding my business in a bookstore. You guys are not being quiet at all.
Try to flank him. Seems like we found a familiar door. This is going to be fun.
I should book them. Oh, guys, the puns, they're so bad. What's he doing? Dying is the answer.
I'm going to flank him.
You guys are super violent. It's like a cluster of them right down there. You guys are like a grenade in their face. Boop. It was a smoke grenade? Come on! There we go. Uh-oh, I'm getting hurt. I better drink more booze. That's better. I can't see shit. Somebody behind me. Or not. There we go, drink more booze to recover some health. Nice.
You can run from me! I won't let you!
Little dude here? Coming. Alright, kid. Shouldn't join the gangs. Quick scoping. I used to be back in the day, Sonny. I don't know, plus like the FPS controls are kind of janky in this. Plus I've been drinking. Yep, there's a lot of pluses to this. Wow, this is a horrible organization for their books, and it's all for the same book. Wouldn't that be an attention to detail is if every single one of these books was a completely unique object in this bookstore. That would be a monumental feat that I would really commend the developers for. there a vent in here that I could have hit it in? No. I just like that there was a gunfight in a bookstore. It's supposed to be quiet. Actually, no, it's a library, not a bookstore. What a massive bookstore. And yes, there is a vent right here. Damn it! You guys are right. There was a vent the whole time. Oh. I could have just gone in that door. But that's how every Deus Ex game is. You learn the route you should have taken after you've taken the bad route. I think I killed... None of the dudes found anymore. Now it's time for me to search their cars and steal their belongings. Shodan's full body statue is actually the statue of Citadel Station, because Citadel Station is technically her body. And we hack this. Let's hack it. This is interesting. So, in earlier hacks, you can see the path to the ending node, but in these hacks, you can't. Very, very fascinating. You're kind of like hacking blind.
Anomaly detected. Trace program initiated. Access denied.
Fuck! I didn't catch that. Open. Open door. Oh wait, I can shoot it. Open. I need more ammo. How do I change my active group? Change what type? Game? Which? Oh, this game does nothing for me. What do I know about System Shock 3 so far? Well, I know it takes place after System Shock 2. I know that it is the third in the System Shock series of games. I know that it has the word system as the first word and shock as the second word. And that's all I can say. Freaking hell. I feel like crap. Oh, I saved right before it. Try the hack again. Normally you can disconnect from the hack before you fail, but I wasn't paying attention to the time.
Anomaly detected.
Already?
Trace program initiated.
I hate the random chance crap.
Anomaly detected. Trace program initiated. Access
Okay, I got it.
granted.
Grab to hack. Boxes to throw. Oh yeah, more booze. Painkillers, that's nice. More booze. Bathrooms. Shower time. Yeah, I'll stop streaming soon. I just wanted to be sure to like cover a Deus Ex stream, because I mean, this type of game is related to like what we're making with Talk, and I don't know. I figured it might be cool for you guys to hear what my thoughts are on it, because that might help give you guys some insight as to like what we're planning for System Talk. I suffer for your entertainment. The vent. Vents everywhere. Whoa. A lot of different ways into this.
Jensen!
Fuck.
Thank God! I'm down in the dungeon, man. You remember the title of my super secret book, right?
I'll hack everything. I go back and hack that. There, not right. Ow. Like this, they did a good job making this place look like a lot of random crap was scattered. Another hack, another.
Anomaly detected. Trace program initiated.
I don't have the time.
Anomaly detected. Trace program initiated.
Oh, it's gonna be close! And nope. Oh wait, it worked. Oh, we did it. Okay. Wow, I had like 0 seconds left. Alright. Wait a second. You guys see this? Traveling to Prague on train F451 from Austria yesterday. Huh. 451, you say? Interesting. Interesting. I wonder then if the favorite book the guy was talking about was something that might be a little Fahrenheit 451. Let's go find out. Oh, another question. Could you tell us a bit about how work on SS2 is going so far, and what areas you personally are working on? I'm in charge of it. So I'm in charge of basically the entire project. So I am personally working on nothing and everything. So as project director, it's my job to manage the entire team, as well as the high-level design and vision. I'm not really tackling that much on the art side because that's not really a core strength of mine. However, what's that? Observation group. But yeah, the core design is systems design primarily. So all of the abilities, encounters, the progression of the game, creatures, items, upgrades, the methods of play, lots of crap. Like the overall design doc and vision doc for things are my biggest tasks that I'm responsible for, as well as coordinating with the level designers to ensure that all of their levels are matching the proper tone that we're looking to establish. And then all of the monsters, creatures, humanoids, enemies, things, and all their abilities, player and their pacing in each of those areas that they go through. It's a crap load of work, but it's fun. I love it. I also love going through vents. Never know where you're gonna end up. Oh, it's a credit chip. How do I find the book that he... Like, there's a lot of books here. What will you do with the rear view mirror implant? The downstairs where we were before. Okay. The Bloodshed bookstore. So the rear view mirror implant, we haven't fleshed out completely what all of the abilities will be that we want to use in the game. We have basically I'd say a general idea. There are some abilities which may still apply to this game and some that might not. I like the idea of the rearview mirror stuff, but it's going to come down to a number of factors. Especially just programming and performance concerns. So yeah, we'll see. Trying to find that office that I was in before, where the guy told me to take the vent up to it because the vent's like a teleporter. Oh no, I'm down to 1 minute! I want to get to that room where the guy was telling me to go find a book. Oh, I think it's it. Curious book. Name of the book. What does it say? The fallacy of duality? It's not Fahrenheit? Whatever! This thing disappoints. Okay, I'm gonna save and stop and answer some questions before I go off stream and pass out. Oh boy. Another question. Will you be expanding on enemy AI more for this version? Oh hell yes. Compared to the early 90s with the depth that AI could go for creatures. Oh yes, it's the fallacy of dentistry. That's what it was. So compared to AI technology back then, compared to what we have now, yes, AI will be much better. Creatures and enemies in the game will be a lot harder or have better reactivity. I mean, it's what you'd expect from a modern game, and the best way to look at it is we're gonna take the core of what shock means, like the spirit of it, but apply it to modern gaming methodologies. So things that we played from games back in the 90s would be almost simplistic by today's standards, as far as enemy behaviors, reactivity, environmental reactivity, and that's a lot of stuff that I want to be looking at to address for this project, because those are all fun things. I mean, it's elements of immersion and believability and suspension of disbelief, and that's something that's very important to me, is crafting a gameplay and narrative experience for the player where it feels like they're in this area and things react in expected ways for the player. I mean, if hypothetically speaking, not this game, but a game in general, if I'm playing through a game and there is an object in front of me and my expectation is that this object is movable or destructible or explosive, and I shoot at it, it should explode. I think that's the ultimate goal of game design in general, is for the player to feel the freedom of control in whatever environment they're in, so that whatever they do, the feedback or the reaction is expected. Unexpected things can occur if it's something that's mysterious, but if it's something that's commonly understood, like a player shoots at a fire extinguisher, it should react to that. If a player shoots at an exploding barrel, it should explode. If a player shoots at a computer screen, it should fizz out and break. It's those expectations that I feel that games that's the level of polish that games tend to leverage. And then bonus points for game developers and game designers is if those levels of reactivity actually mesh into the gameplay. For example, in Deus Ex, when I was trying to stack boxes to avoid being electrocuted, if that area was designed out, I mean, it was a good area, but if it had just a bit more oomph to it or more spice, there would be boxes that would be a bit smaller that I could push through the doorway and almost leapfrog assemble the boxes so that I could avoid the electrical current that was on the floor while sort of stacking boxes and them as I went. That's something that you actually did in the first Deus Ex game, and that was an amazing example of player creativity to overcome an obstacle. And I think we need more of that in games. That's just my opinion. This was Deus Ex Mankind Divided. Not even gotten to the first mission, I think, and just doing some side stuff. Though I don't even think there are any spoilers in this, really. I'm not in future Friday Night Dives streams. It won't be just one person playing a single player game like this. Deus Ex was an exception because it has a lot of things in common with System Shock, and I felt it was important to play through this and just kind of share some thoughts on it. But in future things, Mankind Divided, oh, that's harsh. In future playthroughs, in future streams, we're gonna have more of the team on board, probably playing multiplayer games of some kind. We're just gonna be the team having fun, interacting with each other, and just building up that team synergy, and then also interfacing with you guys, answering your questions. Hopefully, as we keep doing that, the community will grow. We'll have more interesting questions to answer, just like this time. And yeah. Oh, there's another question. Okay, and then I'm gonna go after this question. I'm like, real weird. Okay. Got an idea for cyberspace for you. Or I'm sorry, GTG 3000 says, got an idea for cyberspace for you. Shodan should be playing tricks on the player, like maybe making it look like hacker wakes up at the beginning, but everything is fine. That would be interesting. What does that remind me of? I thought I saw that in a movie, where like there's a trick and somebody wakes up, everything's fine, but it's all a lie. Oh, what was it though? I don't remember. Probably Vanilla Sky, which is an interesting movie. Oh no, the Night Dives question. You guys gonna play GoldenEye Source? Yes! We're very excited about that. We were talking about it internally when news about that came out. And yeah, that's definitely on the list of stuff for us to play together. So I really want to play it. Okay, I'm tired. There's still a little bit left of my drink, so I'm gonna finish this and then probably pass out. But it's orange juice, so it's healthy, right? Okay, so I'm running 5 minutes over, but that's fine. Real quickly before I get off the air, forums should be up hopefully within the next few weeks. I made a lot of progress over the last few days, and I think they're about halfway there. We just need to reskin it and then work out some permission stuff on it. But once we have the forums up, we'll be able to have an organized place to communicate with all the backers and our future community, and also announce future events like this stuff. In the meantime, Discord is a great way to communicate with us. If you need Discord access, feel free to post on the Kickstarter page, and we can release limited time codes again for our backers. But yeah, I think that's it. Thank you everybody for watching, and I am going to go crawl into bed after popping a bunch of NyQuil. Bye everybody!